Hello, my name is Ivy Caldwell, and I am the founder of Footprint Enterprises. I'll get more into that later. But for today, I want to talk to you about the importance of exposing your truth. Who am I? I am a wife of 25 years, a mother of four sons, a grandmother. I am an author, a speaker, a transformation coach. I am also an elder at my church. What's my why? Imagine with me for a moment. You're 9 years old and it's your birthday. You're excited. You don't know if you're going to get a cake, what type of present you're going to get, who's coming over to celebrate with you. And then you get a phone call. And on the other line of the phone call, the voice says, I have a surprise for you. Later on the day, you go down to the individual's house to get the surprise. And when you get there, you are molested. I was molested on my 9th birthday. And from that day, my life was never the same. I went back home, didn't discuss it, didn't tell anyone for years. I told people I was molested, but I never went into details as to what actually happened to me until recently. But what's my vision? My vision is to bring healing to the hurting through hope. Today we're talking about the importance of exposing your truth. But first I have to talk about the lies. What lies have you been told as a child, a teenager, a young adult, or even as an adult? Have you ever heard of a mother yelling at their child, telling them, what's wrong with you? You're bad. You're going to be no good. You're going to end up just like your father. And then that child takes that on as truth and begins to believe those words that were spoken over them, the lies. Because no one is born bad, or no one is born insecure, or whatever names you were called growing up. We tend to take that on and wear them as the truth. So what have you been wearing for years? Have you been carrying anger from your childhood? Is there a fear in you and you don't know why? We need to go back and research that. Maybe your parents divorced. Maybe you divorced. Maybe you were in an abusive relationship. Sexual assault. You just have this heartache. Bad breakups from relationships. Then you have all this guilt and fears, condemnation and shame that you're carrying around on you. Are you tired of it yet? That's my question today. Are you tired of carrying around all that baggage? We all have a story, but no one can tell your story like you can. You have to speak up and tell your story. Life is full of tragedies. I believe the majority of humankind have experienced tragedies. There could be death in the family, crime. We're in this pandemic. We see the police brutality going on. Life is just not fair, and tragedy is just all around us. But today I want to encourage you to refuse to be silent about the tragedy that you may have experienced that has caused you so much emotional trauma. And then we kind of remain hidden or silent. We stay in the background. You know, if I don't say anything, if I just stay back here and don't bother anybody, I'll be okay. But yet you have these voices in your head about what happened to you. Exposing your truth about your story can be liberating. And that's when your healing can begin. But there's a fear associated with speaking up. Yes, fear paralyzes you. It cripples you into staying silent. It keeps you silent. Or there's a lie going around in your head. You'll never be free from it. But you can be free from it. I want you to know that you can be free. When you expose your truth, That's when your healing process can begin. We all are on a journey in life, and we all have a psychological footprint from our childhood to our adulthood, whether good or bad. What terrible experiences have you had in your life that you have yet to deal with? It is time to deal with it. It's time to talk about it so you can process it and be healed from it. It's time. Are you ready to expose your truth so that you can be healed? Freedom awaits you. Yes, it does. Healing can begin so that you can live again with joy and a sense of purpose in life. There is hope. You don't have to stay there. No, ma'am, no, sir. You do not have to stay there. I encourage you today to stand up. Take back your voice, your authority in your life. Don't walk around and keep carrying that emotional baggage, that emotional trauma, those lies that were spoken over you. Find some new words in your life to encourage yourself. Who's depending on you? Do you have children? Maybe you're taking care of your grandchildren. You have a spouse. You're in a relationship. And they know that there is something wrong with you. Yeah, we're good at putting on that mask. I'm good. How can I help you? What do you need me to do? But on the inside, we're dying. Why? Because we refuse or we're afraid to speak up and share our truth. Share your truth so that you can be free from the past of what has traumatized you. Freedom feels good. I want you to know that I am healed and made whole. Freedom awaits you too. It's time to stop believing those lies that it will never go away. It can go away. That it was your fault. No, it was not your fault. Maybe you were born into the family. The other lie, you will never change. You can change, right? You're still living, right? You can change. There's something wrong. There is nothing wrong with you. You were created to be who you are. Yes. You're no good. That's another lie. You're good. Refuse to believe the lie. You can totally do this. Stand up today. I want you to know that you rock. You're beautiful. You're handsome. You're awesome. You're fierce. You're unique. You are one of a kind. There is no one else in this world like you. Let that sink in. There is no one else in this world like you. You are special, and there is a purpose for your life. There's a purpose for your life. Don't give up. Don't ever give up on yourself. As long as you have breath in your body, you have purpose. Stand up, dare to take back your voice and your authority. Speak up, tell your truth, expose your truth, reach out, get help, start sharing your story. Is there someone in your life, in your circle that you trust, that you can share your truth with? Have you ever seen the movie Top Gun with Tom Cruise? And Jack Nicholson says, you can't handle the truth. Who in your life do you think can handle your truth? That's how we are healed, when we start talking about what we have gone through in life. It's a journey. It will be a process. You may have to cry through it. You can journal it. Start writing what has happened so you can get all of these thoughts out of your head. That's how you get them out. You start talking about it, or you write it down. To look at it is different. To see what you've been through, it's a different experience. And as you begin to start talking about it and confessing it and looking at it, you will feel better. You'll be on your way, starting your healing journey. But there's also another part to that. And some of us don't like to hear this word, the forgiveness part. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Forgiveness. We have to forgive those who have hurt us. And the forgiveness is for you, not for them. They have gone on with their life, not even thinking about what they have done to you. Maybe perhaps they are. But you have to forgive them so that you can release the healing within yourself. Forgiveness is a part of the process as well. And the more you expose your story and begin to speak your truth, the stronger you will feel, the more confidence you will have. You will begin to gain back your voice and your authority. That is the importance of speaking your truth and exposing your truth. Be authentic, be real, stop hiding, stop covering up. Take the mask off and be real. Be real with yourself. I am the founder of Footprint Enterprises. It is an organization that helps those that are ready to deal with their past and present emotional trauma. My vision is to help as many as I can that are hurting with hope, because we all have a purpose in life. Looking forward to connecting with you to start your emotional healing journey. Don't forget, stand up, speak up for yourself. Maybe as a child, that was something you never did. Maybe your parents or your guardians told you, shut up, stay in a child's place. No, we all have a voice. Why don't you dare to stand up and speak your truth? Remember, no one can tell your story like you can. They will add their part to the story and leave out a certain part. There are three sides to the story. Your side, the person's side who offended you, and the side in the middle that no one wants to discuss. What's the person's story that hurt you? Sometimes we don't even think about that. What in the world could have happened to them to make them do that to you? Have you heard the same saying before? Hurting people hurt people? Yes. Just another perspective to think about and to look at. Stand up, tell your truth. I am the author of Expose It. It's a book where I share my personal journey of what I experienced between the ages of 9 and 11 as a little girl, and how you go through life insecure, not liking yourself, and the different things kids go through, as they're growing up, and you don't have anyone there to speak to or talk about. My book can be purchased on Amazon. I can be reached at 585-489-7465. Or feel free to send me an email at Ivy at footprintenterprisesllc.com. The email address is Ivy at footprintenterprisesllc.com. I've also created a course entitled 5 Steps to Start Your Emotional Healing Journey. Yes, I have 5 steps. If you put in the work, your healing process can begin. It doesn't do good to sit and take the information. You have to apply it. I give you hands-on assignments for immediate implementation, and you will begin your emotional healing journey. I look forward to connecting with you. Feel free to reach out to me at your earliest convenience. Have a great day. And remember, it is very important for you to speak up and expose your truth. Bye-bye. Have a great day.